Welcome everybody, nice to see you here. I'm Estor and today I have Taimo next to me. How are you feeling tonight about going into these two ECL Pro matchups?
I'm feeling great, Esdor, and feeling even better to be joined by yourself, another great broadcaster, for my second broadcast here.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun for me to do this in English. I've done some English broadcasting before, but I mainly do it in Swedish. So bear with me, and I'm hoping I can do this well enough.
I'm sure you'll do wonderful.
Also, first, big thanks to our sponsors. ECL is brought to you by XBIL, Wilhelms, Koivulan, Lakritsi, and ST Hockey. And the matchups that we are going to see today is going to be VISU Gaming first against RCTIC in group number 1. And in group number 2, we are going to see RCTIC that are first in group number 2 against WannaCry. So how are you feeling about those two matchups, Taimo?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about those matchups. Obviously, in our first set of the matchup, we have Team VISU going up with 11 points against RCTIC with 14 points. So a close matchup there between number 8 and number 12 in the rankings. And then obviously in group 2, the matchup between RCTIC and WannaCry, like you said, RCTIC in number 1 in group number 2. So looking forward to both of these matchups as they should be good games.
Yeah, and also it's going to be tough for WannaCry. They're currently ranked 12 in group number 2. And the first matchup is going to be very special for some of the players. Actually, 4 players in RCTIC used to play for VISU Gaming.
Yeah, that always makes for almost an instant rivalry, which I really like. It should be a well-contested match, and I'm looking forward to it.
And we are going to check the latest results. And you will see them on the screen in a second. And as you can see here, VISU Gaming currently plays 12 in the first group, and RCTIC, they are currently at the last playoff spot, which is number 8.
Not a bad spot to be in right now, early. Obviously, this is only week 3, so now we're going to take a look at some of the latest results. We have the Lakers dropping a game to Renascore. We have the Lakers then losing the next game as well, dropping 2 games back-to-back to Renascore. Geeks Energy Esports winning 3-0 in their first game against Hawaii Hockey. Gifu Hockey going up against Geeks Energy Sports in their next game, and Geeks comes out on top of that one as well. And then we have Hawaii's second matchup, winning 3-2 in overtime against Geeks. Geeks playing a lot of games recently. We have RCTIC going up against Ghetto Firebirds. They came out on top of that game, 4-3 in overtime. Next up, we had the Deadly Phantoms versus Totorit, and Totorit coming on top there with a 4-0 win, the big shutout. Next, we have VISU Gaming, in part of our matchup tonight here, winning 4-3 in overtime against Hokkurit, and then Penta up against Nemesis. Nemesis coming out on top, 4-3 in overtime. And then one final game, and we have a 3-2 overtime win in our latest results.
One thing that stands out here for me is how many OT games we have here. So in the screen we can see 6 OT games. That pretty much proves how close this league is.
You're not wrong. Obviously, things are very tightly contested here. Certainly, we can see that between the latest results here.
And now we're gonna look at the lineups, and we are starting with, let's see here, we are going to start, yeah, we see both of them at the same time. And for VISU Gaming, we have Pettersson in net, left defenseman Savirainen, right defenseman Jannica, left forward or left winger Mukimaistri, center Niskalautas, and then assistant captain right winger Sage.
On the other side, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, we can go to RCTIC as well. In net, we have, forgive me for the pronunciation, but I think it should be pronounced Jussin Sisko. And left defenseman Assistin, and we have JX Leat as the right defenseman. Left forward we have Limbe. Center we have Yrju, and we have Naiku as the right winger. And also, like I mentioned earlier, this is a special matchup because some of the players in RCTIC, they used to play for VISU before. It's Jussi Sisko, Limbe, and Assistin. They used to play for VISU last season, and Yrjo also represented VISU in the past. So how much do you think it means for those guys to play against their former teammates?
I mean, there's got to be a lot of familiarity there, you'd imagine. So I think it should be an interesting matchup. Like I said, with that familiarity between the former players, you never know what might happen. They obviously are going to understand a lot of the playing styles, certainly that their previous team had. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
And also, it has to be a lot of bragging rights at stake.
You're not wrong. Obviously, bragging rights are going to come into play. Like you said, it's going to be super exciting to see this matchup. Anytime you have former players on the other side of the rink, it must get those endorphins running a little bit earlier.
And also something that we have to mention about before looking at the head-to-heads, the situation kind of changed. Like if you look at last season, VISU Gaming, they were at 12, and right now they are at. My bad. Last season they were 5th. Now they're 12th, and now RCTIC they are 8th, and last season they were 13.
I mean, definitely off to different starts early in the year. It is only week 3, so there's still a lot of room for improvement for both of these teams. But like you said, a big difference in standings from the last season.
And here we start with a center matchup. We have Niskalautas for VISU Gaming and Yrjö for RCTIC, and we can see that Yrjö, he produced 7 more points than Niskalautas so far.
Yeah, definitely. The advantage goes to RCTIC in this department in terms of the center matchup.
And also, you can see sometimes that in some teams, you can see that the defense, like the centers, are more defensive minded than in other teams.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Another thing to note is both of these fellas have pretty good face-off stats, 54.3% on the left side and 52.6% on the right side.
And I feel like that's something that is very, very important, especially when you're on the special teams.
Exactly. The game within the game, they say.
Yeah, and then we move over to the winger matchup, and it's looking like this. For VISU Gaming, Mukimaisteri and Sage. And then for RCTIC, we have Naiku and Limbe.
I got to give a nod to Saga with that lettuce he's rocking there. Looking good with that head of hockey hair.
Yeah, we have to say he has a good flow.
That he does.
And we have really good stats here, I have to say. We can see that some of the players are hitting a lot. Mukimaisteri not hitting as much, but I feel like hitting can be a big part of the game sometimes as well.
Yeah, we definitely saw that play in last week in our matchups. One of the players had a lot of hits, and he used that body a lot to separate people from the puck and ultimately make turnovers. So
sometimes I feel like it's kind of easy to get stuck in talking about how many points a player is doing and how many goals they're scoring, but sometimes hits can be something very important too.
Exactly. There's other intangibles in play other than just points, like you said. So it's nice to see the physical side of the game as well.
And then we move over to the defensive or the defenseman's matchup, and we have Savinainen and we have Janika for VISU Gaming and Assistins and JX Layout for RCTIC.
53 hits on the left side for Savinainen. That's quite. I mean, we just mentioned the hits, and that is a lot of hits.
Yeah, and something that stands out here is Layout. I'm not sure if those stats are correct, but it says 1 hit. That looks not. Yeah. That's something that stands out. It's a big difference in physical play between Savinainen and Layout.
Yeah, certainly when you add up those totals, there is a large difference there. Only 25 hits on the right side and closer to 100 on the left side. So it should be interesting to see how that physical play pans out for VISU in this matchup.
And also it depends a bit on what type of player build you're using. Like some people they prefer to use bigger player builds, and I can just imagine some of those players preferring the puck-moving defenseman. And now I'm
excited to see this matchup.
Now we're gonna have a look at the goalies. And we have to the left Pettersson for VISU Gaming and Jussin Sisko to the right for RCTIC. We can see that Pettersson, he has 1 shutout and 0 so far for Jussin Sisko.
Yeah, I'm assuming that shutout is obviously having a little bit of a difference there. For the save percentage is a 75% on the left side and 68.4 on the right side. So I'm sure that shutout is certainly playing into things there.
Also, now we need to talk about something else. Remember to fill in the survey so you have a chance to win a PS5. It's the second let's see, the last day is on Wednesday, I believe. So you better do that right now if you want to win a PS5, because it's still pretty hard to get one.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And like you said, today and tomorrow are the last days in order to fill out that survey for a chance to win. So, like Esdor said, make sure you get it done.
Yeah, and it's going to be a nice matchup here. Also, remember that there are other games that are coming up soon. We have some elite games on Wednesday and Thursday, and let's have a look at those. We can see that it's HV71 against Roots Gaming, and then we have Havu Gaming and against Granite Gaming. Havu, that they have been struggling a bit so far in this season in ECL Elite.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting matchup on both sides of that broadcast. Obviously, Granite Gaming is almost a new club with all the new members that they brought in this year. So, well, like you said, Havu struggling. It's certainly going to be interesting to see how that second matchup pans out.
Yeah, Granite Gaming is actually they have played for a long time, but they are just now playing under the Granite banner. Granite is a Swedish esports organization, and they have won the Swedish Championship 3 years in a row. But they used to play for Vesa Pompa for 2 of those Swedish tournaments, and then the last tournament they won under the Granite banner. And they are really it's a really good team, and they are used to winning. So soon we're going into the first matchup. What type of game do you think we can expect here, Timo?
Well, like we said earlier, obviously we've got a bit of a close matchup here. VISU Gaming coming in with 11 points, a 5-6-1 start for them, and then a 7-7-0 start on the other side for RCTIC, 14 points so far. So even though we have four spots in terms of the standings separating them, I do think that we're going to have a pretty close matchup.
And also, we are like halfway into the season. How much do you think it means for one of the teams here to get 4 points here today?
Well, I mean, anytime you get to about a halfway point, obviously that's where things start to get a little bit more interesting, and there's a little bit more pressure on both these teams. Certainly, we'll see that come into play here. Both teams are going to want to come out with a win. I know that matters. It doesn't matter how far we are into the season. Both teams want to win, but I do think that it's going to be ramped up a little bit for both sides.
I feel like you have to get out of the hole if you're not playing well. I mean, it can get to you, and then you need to just try to forget about not playing good, and then just doing your best to improve.
Precisely, I have to agree with you there. So,
and is there any players that you would like to mention before going into this matchup here?
I would say, I don't know, maybe a standout player would be Naiku88 on the RCTIC team. He's got 27 points. It's not leading the league or anything, but he is leading in points in terms of this matchup. So that's going to be an interesting player to watch. He has 3 game-winning goals, so keep your eye on him.
And currently, the point leader in this group is actually Sud, the Norwegian playing for Herlev Eagles. And we also have Pikari from Dynastia that is second. Both of them, they have made 38 points so far.
38 points is a good pace.
Yeah, they are just above 2 point games, 2 point per game in average. And we're waiting for the teams to go into game number 1. And also we have another matchup later on, and that is going to be a matchup in the second group. It's going to be WannaCry against RCTIC. And as you mentioned earlier, RCTIC, they're first in group number 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst place to be in for group number 2. And you don't want to be much further down in group 2, that's for sure. Like you said, we're about halfway through the season now. So teams got to start making their moves.
Yeah, and we are going to see that WannaCry that are currently placed 12th in group number 2. But first, we're going to see VISU Gaming against RCTIC. And as we mentioned earlier, RCTIC, they are currently 8th in the seed in the table, and VISU, they are 12th. And the difference between those two teams is only 3 points. So VISU, they have the chance to pass RCTIC here if they win both of the games today.
Most certainly, the standings are definitely very tight. With seeing only 3 points separating them, but 4 spots in the standings. So definitely some very close matchups and close standings so far.
And we can see that former elite team VISU currently are third in the standings. And we can also see that we have a lot of Finnish teams in this league, and we only have 2 teams from Sweden. Right now we have a lot of Swedish team in ECL Elite. We haven't had this many Swedish teams in ECL Elite before. And we also have to mention the fact that the Finns, they are still dominating the e-hockey scene here in Europe, but it's getting better and better with teams from other places as well. And we are going into game number 1, VISU Gaming against RCTIC.
All right, let's get this one underway. I'm so excited, and I know you all are as well.
It's gonna be super much fun to do this. We are going into game number 1. And we are going to see VISU Gaming attacking upwards, and then we're gonna see RCTIC downwards, and we have Sagi with the puck here. To Niskalaustas, Mukimaisteri. Shooting from a possible bad angle there, but almost goes. And a counterattack here for RCTIC. Good back check from Mukimaisteri. Janika up to Niskalaustas. And all the way down to Jussin Sisko. Big hit there.
There's a bit of that physicality that we were talking about earlier.
And it was Janika that laid the big hit there.
So a good start so far as we get a whistle.
We'll have a face-off in VISU Gaming zone. Very important with those face-offs. And we see a set play. Doesn't go this time. And he hit the post. And then again, good chance again. They're putting on some pressure here. Yrjö with a shot to Savinainen here for VISU Gaming. High pressure here from RCTIC. VISU are struggling getting out of their own zone. Poke there, but now they can get out of their own zone. Mukimaisteri to Sage. Good interception there. Sustain with the puck. Moving into the neutral zone. This time VISU can stop them. And RCTIC, they have to start over in their own zone. Sustain with the puck. Echo. Great back check here from Mukimaisteri. See a dump going towards Sage. Sage with the puck, trying to shoot. And we will have a face-off in the offensive zone for VISU Gaming.
VISU getting their second shot of the game there, as it seems like RCTIC may have had the better of the scoring opportunities so far in this matchup.
How do you feel about the game so far?
I mean, it seems to be a little bit of a stalemate so far. Not too much going on either side of the rink, but hopefully we'll start to see some more offensive chances here.
Good poke there from Mukimaisteri. And another good poke from Sage. So far, I kind of feel like RCTIC, they did great on the high pressure there. VISU Gaming had some trouble getting out of their own zone.
I would agree. It looked like RCTIC actually had a really good scoring chance earlier, but the pass across did not find its man.
Sage to Mukimaisteri, back to Sage, on to Janika, and then he's getting a bit unlucky there. He can't receive that pass.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate errant pass there, even though the man was there.
16, good block from Sage, counter-attack opportunity here. He finds Mukimaisteri, he can't get that pass, layout.
Seems like VISU is having a bit of a hard time right now getting their passes to connect.
Feels like they're having some... They might have to be more patient in the offensive zone. They're losing the puck a bit too easy. Naiku with a shot, and we have 1-0. It's Naiku that scores. He's opening the scoring here in this game. What a snipe.
Yeah, you can't score unless you shoot the puck, and he proves it there as he just walks in and takes a shot from atop the circle.
Shoot and score. What a shot from Naiku, who makes it 1-0 here for RCTIC. A great start for them in this game. 6 minutes left of the first period. And the assist to layout. Niskalaustas loses the puck. And RCTIC can start over in their own zone. Good read there by Limbe. Eskalautas. Over to Savinainen. They're taking it a bit easy here, starting over in their own zone. Sage, good space here on the right side. Jannica. A big mistake here. Maybe a breakaway. Limbe. What a spin pass! Kind of close. Backhand shot.
What a beautiful chance there.
A save from Pettersson. Ooh, big mistake. Yrjö, good block. Where's the puck? And Pettersson has it, and good chance there for RCTIC again to make it 2-0.
Yeah, that's a good cover for the goalie there, as obviously they had a good chance to come up 2-0 there for RCTIC, but good job by VISU to keep that one out.
Danica wins the puck, bad pass. ECA read by Limbe. Yrjö over to Limbe gets the puck again. Good back check by Sage. He can't get the puck. Assistin. Danica. I feel like they're still having some trouble with getting out of the high pressure from RCTIC here.
Yeah, you're not wrong. They're having a little bit of troubles getting out of their own zone as well. It seemed that when they're a little bit more patient, they were able to regroup and try to get out of their own zone, and that worked a little bit better. So we might need to see a little bit more patience from them in their own zone here.
I feel like the first maybe 5 minutes-ish, VISU, they started a bit better, but then for me it has only been RCTIC here in the end of the first period, and we have 1-0 for RCTIC after one period. The goal was scored by Naiku.
Just a beautiful shot there, as you see Naiku getting that one through, as VISU is down 1-0, facing some of their former teammates.
And we see that they have 4-2 in shots after the first period as well. And here we have the goal. What a snipe. It's right above the glove of Pettersson in the VISU net.
Yeah, tough to blame Pettersson there when he cannot see the puck at all. His own defenseman screening him a little bit there as the puck came in.
It was kind of close that it was Savinainen that almost blocked it, but sometimes I feel like it's kind of easy to overskate when you're trying to block a shot.
I would have to agree with you.
And then here we have the second period. And for those of you who are new to the broadcast, we are watching the ECL Pro, and currently we're watching a matchup in group number 1 between VISU Gaming in white and RCTIC in black. Good pass. Naiku is trying to dangle his way through. Doesn't go. Limbe. Good back check, or good bump from Sage. Sage with amazing hair flow. Again. All the way home to Savinainen. Eskalautas.
You have to wonder if the familiarity of those RCTIC players that formerly played for VISU is playing into things here, as you see VISU struggling to get much offense going here.
What a big hit there from Assistin. Naiku. And to make things extra clear there, it's the goalie Jussi Sisko, left winger Limbe, left defenseman Assistin, that used to play in VISU Gaming last season, and also Yrjö used to play for VISU Gaming in the past. And that's a weird bounce. We have an icing.
Not much going in the second period so far here, as we've had an icing and an offside.
But what do you feel like, what does VISU Gaming have to do here to get back into this game?
I think VISU might have to be a little bit more patient in their own zone here and just wait for the perfect opportunity to make a pass. It's going to be tough because RCTIC really is clamping down in the defensive zone, so it's going to be interesting for them to see if they can get something going here.
Sage is almost skating away from the puck. Can he get it? No, it goes down to layout. Up to Limbe. Then they can win the puck again. It's Niskalautas with the puck. Up to Mukimaistri. Out on the right side to Sage. With good speed. Niskalautas behind the net. Counter-attack opportunity here for RCTIC. Yrjö.
Interesting to note that chat has predicted 52-48 in favor of VISU.
We have a player in the net there. Weird situation. Big hit there. It was Savinainen who got hit into his own net. Yeah, remember to, you can't do it anymore, but before going into next game, remember that you can predict the winner in the games. Luki Maestri. Good play. Good block as well. Niskalautas over to Sage. Janika back down to Sage. Feel like they're getting some time on attack here, but they're losing it. And RCTIC can start over. Over to Naiko. Feel like Naiko has been one of the best players so far in this game, and it's also him that scored the goal.
Yep, and I will note that Naiko was the player that I said to keep an eye on, as he had 27 points before starting this game.
Yeah, you just had to mention that, right? Good call
I had
by
to
you.
throw it back in there.
Exactly. We have a face-off in VISU's zone. Maestri out to Savinainen. Maestri trying to go for the wrap. He doesn't get the fast animation. Instead, layout for RCTIC. And once again, they're trying to search Naiko here on the breakout. Sage on the right side for VISU. He has Maestri in the middle. Maestri with the puck back to Sage. 5 minutes remaining, a bit less than 5 minutes actually in the second period. We still have 1-0. Shot from the point. Easy save by Jussi Sisko.
That was a nice pinch there by Janika to keep that puck in the zone, and it actually translated to a scoring chance.
Yeah, we have seen some pinches so far from Janika. Here he gets the puck. Shot from far distance by Sage. Another save by Jussi Sisko.
Making it look easy in that one.
He's improving his save percentage here. He had 68 save percentage before going into this game. The goalie in RCTIC. High pressure here. This time VISU can get out of the pressure. Shot from distance. He's trying to go for a similar snipe, but not enough traffic in from the net there.
Yeah, that's the big difference between those two opportunities.
Maestri. Niskalautas, I feel like VISU are starting to play better now.
Yeah, they definitely feel like they're starting to find their rhythm here.
High pressure. Almost, yeah, now we have 1 minute left of the second period. Sasastin up to Naiko. A lot of VISU players around him. He's losing the puck. Niskalautas for VISU. Good poke. And there by Savinainen. We have 1-0 after 2 periods as well.
Certainly a very tightly contested game so far as we take a look at the play of the period here. A massive hit.
And so far we can see that these two teams, they are not scoring a lot of goals, but we have to say that it's kind of hard to score in this version of NHL.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it has its challenges to previous years of the game, and obviously, as Dor, you're a quite talented player, unlike myself, but I agree with you. It is a little bit harder to score in this year's iteration of the game.
But I have to say that I'm a pretty average Sixes player. I do more commentary in Sixes than I play it myself, but I enjoy doing commentary here at NHL Gamer and in other places as well.
I'm sure you're no slouch.
And when we're talking about scoring goals so far, RCTIC, they have scored 38 goals in 14 games, and VISU, they have scored 27 goals in 12 games. Now we're going into the third period here. Good play, that was a good chance, and it's Naiko with a shot just outside of the left post, right next to Pettersson, the goalie in VISU. Janika with the puck. Some defensive responsibility here for Sage. Maestri behind the net. He's getting pressured. Up to Savinainen, fakes the shot. Janica. Maestri with the puck. Feel like VISU started really good here in the third period. Shot from the point. Maestri. Sage. And RCTIC, they can get out of their own zone. Good self-sauce there. Limbe. Great block by Savinainen. The shot from Naiko. Layout. Down to Yrjö. Big hit. Counter attack here. Sage with a nice spin. Over to Janica. And we have an offside when Niskalautas is trying to get into the offensive zone.
VISU doing a good job there of getting some pressure before they went back the other way. So they're going to need to sustain a little bit more pressure in order to tie this one up.
And we have an icing call with 14 minutes left to play. I feel like in the end of the second period and here in the start of the third, VISU, they really started to play.
It does seem like the tides may be turning in terms of momentum.
Another shot from the point, rebound to Niskalautas. Good try there. He's going for a toe drag shot. Not enough to score on Jussi.
Jussi has been strong so far. You would not know that he had a 68.5% save percentage coming into this one.
Shot just goes wide. Maestri can't get the puck. Sage, assistant captain. Feel like they're putting a lot of shots to the net now. They're creating some chances. Savinainen down low. Sage. And there we have 1-1, and what a great play. And it's Niskalautas that makes it 1-1 for VISU Gaming.
Just a beautiful play there. Like you said, it seemed like, you know, they were starting to get a bit of the momentum on their end as VISU seemed to hold the play in the end of the second period and now continue that momentum here in the third, tying it up 1-1.
It's funny how, like in the start of the game, we didn't see anything of this, and now they really started to play great here in the third.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a warm-up.
Exactly, and I feel like, especially with that goal, they passed the puck really well when they scored that.
Yeah, that was a beautiful playmaking play.
We have 1-1 with 12 minutes left to play. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the rules in NHL Gamer, it's gonna be... I'm not gonna jinx anything now, but if it's gonna be 1-1, it's gonna be continuous OT until one team scores.
This group is obviously no stranger to the overtime either. As we saw in the previous results, there was, what, 6 or 7 games that had gone to OT?
Yeah, I think it was 6. Crazy amount of close games here in ECL Pro. Maestri behind the net! Ooh, and that was so close. Looked like the half of the net was open.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a lucky save.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he didn't get that one on net. Janica he's trying to go for the hit. Yrjö, and the save by Pettersson. RCTIC is trying to get back into the game. Shot from the point. Limbe is there to go for a deflection. Good read here by Savinainen to prevent that pass from going through. Janica with the puck over to Savinainen. Up to Niskalautas. Out on the right side to Sage. Janica. Getting some time on attack here. VISU that played really well, and a shot for a deflection. It was Maestri that was in front of the net. Shot from the point, goes wide. Niskalautas first on that. Oh wow, what a massive hit there from Limbe. Layout. Ooh, what a bounce there in the middle. That was lucky for VISU. That was Janica that was first on that puck.
Yeah, big defensive play there to pick that one up and prevent a possible goal.
Yeah, it would have been a goal for sure if it was a RCTIC player first on that puck, because the goal was basically wide open. Good read by Maestri, but he can't get the puck. Instead it's Assassin getting it down. Shot from a bad angle there by Naiko.
I will say it seems like the defensemen on either side of the ice have done a pretty good job of limiting secondary chances here.
I agree. Assassin going into the offensive zone. Yrjö down low to Limbe. Janica with a hit. Counter attack opportunity here. We have less than a minute left. Still 1-1. Niskalautas loses the puck. All the way down to layout. Right, cool. Over to Limbe. 30 seconds left to play. Limbe. 16 back to Limbe. Shot. Rebound. Well, that's close. That was maybe you should have taken the shot there, Naiko. Bit unselfish to pass. 15 seconds left to play. Limbe. A lot of players around the puck. Going potentially into OT. Irio, shot, rebound. Out to Sage. He's just clearing the puck. And we are going into overtime. 1-1 after regulation.
A timely save there for Pettersson as he keeps that one out and sends this one to overtime.
Taimo, how do you feel about the second part of the third period here? It feels like the game evened out a bit more, not that kind of dominance that we saw in the start of the third period from VISU.
I would have to agree with you. I would have to agree with you, Esdor. As you said, it seems like things have evened out a little bit. But I do think that VISU definitely, I would say that they had, you know, the majority of control in that period. But like you said, closer to the end of the period, it seemed like things were evening out. So it should be interesting to see how this first period of overtime pans out. Like you said, continuous overtime in the ECL. So should be fun to see this overtime period.
And here we see the great goal. What a pass here from Mukimeister. He's moving over the puck from backhand to forehand to open up that angle to find Niskalautas there in the middle. And here we have the other goal. I'm not sure if that was the actual goal. Maybe that was a shot. But the first goal was a snipe from Naiku, at least. And now we're going into overtime. And I have to say, very good discipline from both of the teams so far. Not a single penalty in this game.
Yeah, that's definitely something to note, as both teams actually pretty good on their special teams in terms of the penalty kill.
Cool. Loses the puck to Mukimeisteri. And the puck goes all the way down to the VISU zone. And we have an icing call. Face-off play, good read by Nakua, and a shot in the secondary situation. Shot from Niskalautas, good save from Jussi. And we have a goal. I didn't even think that one would go in. And VISU Gaming wins the first game. It's a shot by Savinainen that goes in. And we have a winner.
Looks like chat was correct after all, coming up with that correct prediction there. 52-48 in favor of VISU. And VISU does come out on top. Let's take a look at the OT hero.
I want to see that goal again.
I think that fooled us both. I didn't think that was going in either.
Yeah, it must have bounced off one of the defensemen, because I could hear like a player blocking that shot, and I didn't even think that one would go in. I mean, it was a hard shot, but felt like there was a lot of players in front of the net there.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I was definitely surprised to see that one find its way through, but that's the way it goes. And VISU winning game one.
And yeah, over the entire game, maybe at least like the first half, RCTIC, they were the better team, but here in the end, it feels like VISU, they were the better. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh wow, what a unlucky bounce. Oh yeah, let's see here. Yeah. But oh wow, that's so unlucky. Yeah, because like we were not able to see that, so it bounces off layouts skate, and then between the legs of Jussi, 5-hole. Unlucky bounce there for RCTIC.
Yeah, you can't help but feel for Jussi there, as that one, he had almost no control over it as it ricochets off a couple of legs and feet there. And
here we have that nice goal again. Really, really nice play here. What a pass here. And then he finds Niskalautas. That great pass was from Mukimeisteri to make it 1-1. And we are going back to the studio. Once more, I want to say big thanks to the sponsors, XP, Wilhelm, Koivulan, Lakrisi, and ST Hockey, that is making ECL possible. So, Taimo, how do you feel about this first game? We saw a win here for VISU Gaming in overtime.
I mean, like you said, it seemed like RCTIC got off to a really good start in game one, but now it seems like VISU might have a little bit more of control of that momentum. So I think they might actually come into this next game with a little bit more momentum than RCTIC, and I really can't wait to see how this goes. That improves RCTIC to VISU to 6-6-1 now, so they're moving up a little bit, hopefully in the standings. And another win for them would go a long way.
Yeah, I feel like it was a game with many different phases. Like we said in the start, Viso they had some problems getting out of their own zone. Arctic put some pressure on them, and they were really struggling with a higher forecheck.
Yeah, it seemed like eventually VISU just decided to slow things down a little bit more in their own end, and then them being able to get into the offensive zone translated to them having a little bit more offensive time, a little bit more of that pressure, which did translate to goals in the end.
What do you feel like Arctic have to do here in the second game to be able to get out on the top?
I think RCTIC just has to do what they were doing well in the first period of play, and that's get out on top of things. Just be a little bit more, have a little bit more pressure in that offensive zone, move the puck around well, like they had been doing in that first period of play, and a little bit of the second as well. And I think they'll. I mean, it's going to be a closely contested matchup, no matter what, as you saw in the first one. But RCTIC could definitely have an opportunity to win this game, as we saw in the first game. It was
Yeah, I
close.
feel like the start of the game we didn't see anything from Visu, but obviously it's a good team. They were fifth last year in ECL Pro, and I don't know where they started to play really well, especially in the second half of the second period.
Indeed, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can carry that momentum into this next game.
What is it like that they're doing great in Visu when they started to turn this game around?
To me, it seemed like VISU, once they did manage to get into the offensive zone, they were doing a great job of cycling. And even on that one goal that you saw, it was a beautifully deceptive play. It looked like he was going to go behind the net. The defenseman tries to cover that. He spins around and passes out front, and you got a beautiful goal.
I feel like they started to be really, really patient with the puck compared to how they played in the start of the game.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like maybe there's some jitters and they were perhaps rushing things a little bit, but they do come out on top.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. That means 1 point to Arctic, and it means 2 points for Visu. Visu before this game, and they were on rank 12, and Arctic they were rank 8 in the standings. And we are going into game number 2. And also one more time, remember to sign up or like do the survey so you can win a PS5. And you can only do that for 2 more days. And as many of you know, it's hard to get your hands on a PS5, so make sure you don't miss out on that one. I assume it's the same for you, Timo, over in North America. It's hard to get a PS5 there as well.
I literally have not even seen one. So, yes, you could say they're hard to find.
But I guess it's a bit different because in Europe, PlayStation is by far the most popular console, and it's a bit more even between Xbox and PlayStation in North America.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but it does seem like these next-gen consoles are hard to get your hands on, no matter if it is PlayStation or Xbox, but nonetheless, you have a chance to win one, so fill out that survey.
We are going into game number 2, and this time it's Visu Gaming in black, and it's Arctic in white and light blue. And for those of you who just joined the broadcast, Visu Gaming won the first game with 2-1 in overtime. It was Savinainen who scored in overtime with a powerful slap shot from the point that bounced off a player in Arctic, and then it went in 5-hole behind Jussi. Jimbe. And we have a pretty unlucky bounce there. Almost a good chance there for Jimbe. For Limbe, I mean, obviously. Yrjö. Savinainen with the puck. Good sauce there. To open up some space. Mukimaistri. Sage! I think that one hits the post. A backhander from Sage. Almost 1-0 right away for Visu. And what do you have to say about the first 6 minutes here?
This one looks a little bit closer right off the hop, and neither team really finding their rhythm as of yet, but I'm sure we'll start to see that. Like you said, there was a shot off the post, but I do believe that USO would have had that one either way, but still a good look so far for them.
Play out. That pass will go out of the zone, and RCTIC, they have to start over. It's a layout with the puck. Do we have any RCTIC fans in the chat? And do we have some VISU Gaming fans in the chat? I hope to see a lot of activity in the chat from you guys. I'm pretty sure we have people in the chat supporting both of these teams.
It'll certainly be interesting to see how this prediction plays out the second time around. The chat obviously saying that they thought VISU was going to win that first game, and they did come out on top.
I've been so busy, so I haven't even checked how people predicted this game. Like someone said in the chat, I'm a busy man doing a lot of commentary nowadays. And there we have the first penalty in the series, and it's gonna be a tripping call. And VISU Gaming are going to the power play. It's Naiko that is taking a penalty there.
VISU going to the power play, but it is RCTIC who has the higher penalty kill percentage at 81.82 before starting this game.
Face-off here. Offensive face-off win for Yrjö. Yrjö that previously played for VISU Gaming.
2 minutes left to vote on that prediction. Currently, RCTIC leading this one.
And already half of the power play went by. Savinainen. And they can't really create anything here in the power play.
And you can see why RCTIC has a good penalty kill percentage as they just send that one down.
They're back to full strength. Here you're back on the ice. Layout is just trying to go for a shot pass. Mukimeister with a shot goes a bit wide. Counter-attack opportunity here. The puck up to Limbe, but we have offside. Yeah, they couldn't get anything going there on the power play.
No, and just like our last game, we have a stalemate so far.
Slow start here in the second game. Ooh, potential boarding there, really close. It's Saga that got hit towards the boards. Limbe trying to find Assistin. I think that one hit outside of the post. Not the greatest angle there for a shot for Assistin. Play out. Yrjö. That was a close for a big hit. And we have a really late hit there, and we have another power play for VISU.
RCTIC a little bit undisciplined here. After the first game, we had no penalties at all, and now we have 2 for RCTIC in a row.
Yeah, that was a really unnecessary hit from Yrjö. See if they can create something better here in this second power play. Mukimeister, special pass to himself. Shot, good save there by Jussi. Maybe now they can create something. Great block there from Layout. Good patience there from Layout. Not layup. That's something you do in basketball.
VISU definitely getting some good chances there, though, on that power play. A good look there, but like you said, an amazing block.
Yeah, improvement here for VISU in the power play compared to the last one. Good move. Almost goes for Naiko. Still 40 seconds in game time left of the power play in the end of the first period. Oof, that was close. Brave move by Niskalautas there. Would have been a breakaway if he lost it. Sage. And the RCTIC, they are killing this penalty as well. And he gets the puck right away and he's trying to go for a self-success to get some extra space.
I think if VISU can keep up some of that sustained pressure in the offensive zone, they might start to see some scoring opportunities here.
That's 10 seconds of the first period, Irio. And we are scoreless after one in a period where RCTIC killed off 2 penalties.
Yep, and their penalty kill percentage climbs yet again.
What do you have to say about the first period here, if we are not thinking about the special teams here?
Obviously, I mean, it's a bit of a stalemate here to start. There hasn't been a lot of shots either way. As you can see, there's only been 1 shot so far in this first period between 2 teams. So they're both doing a good job of neutralizing these scoring chances and getting men in front to block these shots.
Yeah, we have to mention that block again by Layout. It was a really great block by him. And also, we noticed that they did an improvement in the second power play that VISU had. They didn't create anything at all in the first power play that they had.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if RCTIC manages to find themselves in the box yet again, if VISU will actually be able to translate on one of these power plays.
We're going into the second period, and it's VISU that wins the first phase of Niskalautas. And we see some of that good fast passing. And I think we will have an icing call here. No, we won't. High pressure here from Limbe. Good move by Jannica up to Mukimaisteri. Niskalautas over to Jannica. Bad pass, and we have a breakaway. It's Naiku. And we see the flying poke check, and we see the nasty jump dig from Naiku. What a goal!
Now that is the man that you do not want to have in on a breakaway, as he leads RCTIC in points.
That is how you undress a goalie. He undresses Pettersson with the nasty jump dig. And we have 1-0 for RCTIC after a big mistake.
You do love to see that deke actually work. It looks great.
Yeah, it's a deke that you have seen the Playmaker do in the past, for example. The Frölunda player. You actually love to see someone trying to go for that one. I mean, it's kind of common that the goalies are going for the flying poke check, so sometimes it might work. And this time, Pettersson is going for the flying poke check, and it's so nice to see that Naiku managed to pull it off.
Yeah, to have the presence of mind to go for that there. As you said, a lot of goalies are using that flying poke this year, especially with some of those X factors that goalies have. You know, it can make that flying poke that much more usable. But that time, it did not work out.
And also, someone in the chat has to clip that goal. We need to use that one for content. What a goal by Naiku. Jannica, Niskalautas. Let's see how VISU will react to this goal. They were down in the first game as well.
Yeah, definitely shades of our last game here, as RCTIC going up first in the last game as well, but ultimately losing.
Limbe. Can only imagine how much confidence Naiku is getting by scoring a goal like that. Niskalautas, good move, great turn. He's trying to go for another toe drag shot. Counter attack here for RCTIC. Rio. Sustain. He's trying to go for the wrap. Doesn't get the right animation. High pressure. Limbe scores! We have 2-0 for RCTIC.
Lindberg at the right place at the right time picks that one up and just sends it on net, and it finds its way through.
They're increasing their lead to 2-0. Thank you, Mika, for clipping. Kiitos, kiitos. And kiitos obviously means thank you in Finnish. Now you know that, Taimo.
There we go. Thank you. I'm brushing up on my Finnish now.
And also, that was a maali, which is a goal in Finnish. We have almost played half of the game here when we have one offside. So what does VISU Gaming have to do here to get back into this game?
To me, it feels like VISU has actually been doing a pretty good job in this game. I think if they just keep up doing what they have been doing, it might translate to some goals for themselves. But obviously, they're going to need to stay out of, or maybe get a translation on the power play. If they can get one through, you know, obviously they've had 2 chances already. So certainly if they can get one through on one of their power play chances, that would make a big difference. They need to capitalize on those opportunities.
We have another offside call. We keep on seeing VISU being a bit sloppy in their passing in their own zone. And again, the puck goes all the way down to Assistin. Naiko. And we will have an icing there. That was a really good counterattack opportunity there for RCTIC, but not the greatest pass there from Naiko. Easily intercepted by Limbe. He read that one in the newspaper from yesterday. Sage, Niskalautas. Up to Muki Maestri, good read by, it was layout. Limbe, great poke, good back check from Niskalautas, the puck up to Sage. Muki Maestri to Sage. Let's see if they can get some passing going in their offensive zone. 1-on-1, Naiko, the wrong player to have the puck in terms of VISU eyes. Time they can prevent him from scoring. Nice shot pass there. Limbe, good speed. Assistin, Limbe to the middle. Muki Maestri, and we have only 3 minutes left of the second period, and we're still at 2-0 for RCTIC.
VISU are going to have a very strong third here, or end of the second, if they want to be back in this game.
Yeah, 1 goal here in the end of the second would be huge for VISU. Janika, and maybe they can get it here. Ooh, that was close.
What a chance.
With a better bounce there, they could have scored on that rebound. I think it was Muki Maestri ready to score on that potential rebound. 20 seconds left. Yeah, Janika with the puck. No icing call. And we won't see any more chances here in the second period, and we are going into the third with the score 2-0 for RCTIC. And 1 goal by Naiko and 1 goal by Limbe. And here we see the last goal first, the self-sauce, and then the jump deke. What a beautiful goal by Naiko.
You truly love to see it. Like we said, it doesn't pan out that way very often with that deke, but it looks good there.
Yeah, it looks so nice, and that was his second goal of the night. He sniped the first goal in this matchup earlier, and we have a really low shooting game. It's kind of common that we see not many shots, but I mean we have 4 shots, two shots for each team here after 2 periods played.
Yeah, it would certainly be interesting to see how many blocks there've been, because I think there've been a lot of chances, but they haven't found their way through. As you said, only 4 shots total between both teams so far.
And when we saw that jump tee goal again, it looks like Pedersen was a bit unlucky there, because like the stick went like right next to the puck. With more luck, he would have hit the puck there.
Yeah, he was certainly close. You have to wonder if he does have the X factor on that helps with those diving poke checks.
Limbe. Back home to layout. Yrjö. Get some space. Ooh, and that's a great chance for Limbe. Nice pass by Naiko. The shot doesn't go. Saga with the puck on the right side. Into the middle. We have Muki Maestri. Janika. Savinainen.
Looks like VISU has resulted to using the point a lot. I almost feel like if they were to get the puck down low a little bit more like they had done in game 1, that might translate into more offensive chances for them.
And I have to mention that we have Mr. Jumpteek in the chat, a Finnish guy called Sihu watching my stream. And he actually did that Jumpteek on me, and my reaction was kind of priceless when he embarrassed me on stream.
I'm sure Pedersen was feeling the same way after that goal as you were on that time.
I mean, luckily it was just in the rivals game, but it would have been, if it would have been like champs or another, like a tournament or something, my reaction would not have been the same. And we have a breakaway again. It's Naiko. He goes for the flying poaching by super early, but still the puck goes in, and with a bit of luck there, Naiko makes it 3-0.
Oh my, Pedersen might want to switch up his game plan here, but not much you can do when you've got Naiko in on a breakaway, as we've seen so far.
I mean, this time
Ooh,
it's
again.
really unlucky here. He goes for the early flying poke check and he hits Naiku there, but it's not enough to prevent the puck from going in.
Yeah, a little interesting there is you saw the stick right up in the skates and it still finds a way through.
Very unlucky there. Now it's going to look really tough here for VISU Gaming. They're down by 3 with 15 minutes remaining.
Yeah, we know that hockey is definitely a game of momentum, and it's going to be hard for VISU to find some of that momentum now, being down 3-0 with only 14 minutes left to go.
Obviously, we're not blaming the goalie here. They're giving them some really good chances here, but he was super unlucky in that situation where I felt like he should have saved it with that. Not should have saved it, but he could have saved it with the flying poke check that he did there.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I honestly, I think that when your team is facing a breakaway, it's hard to blame the goalie because obviously there was many men before that broke down in order for that to get through.
And now it's looking even darker when there's another penalty for Savinainen. Or it's not another penalty, it's the first penalty for VISU, but it's Savinainen that goes to the box.
Something to note here is RCTIC only has a 25.57% power play percentage.
And it's potentially game over here if RCTIC scores. It's going to be super hard. I mean, it's hard when they have to score 3, but if they score another one here, it's going to be super, super hard for VISU to make a comeback in this game. Plenty of time left to play though, but it's not looking good. Pettersson is passing it out, and that's the third goal for Naiku. And we have a hat trick.
4 goals on 4 shots.
And
that's a tough look.
Yeah, and that's I mean, he just wants to get the puck out to be able to get the puck away from there, but maybe he should have held on to that. And then I don't even know if it's like a clear shot or if it just goes between the legs there of Pettersson. Let's see how we can see it. And now it's looking super, super dark for VISU Gaming, and it goes in 5-hole between the legs of Pettersson. "12 minutes remaining, and RCTIC are up 4-0.
And as you said, now with that 4-goal deficit, it's going to be very hard for VISU to find themselves back in this game.
And of course, that's not a hat trick; it's his second goal. My bad. It's 1 goal for. Well, why did it say 2? And we have another penalty here, and it's VISU that are going to the power play. Yeah, I don't even know why I said 3. I messed it up. My bad.
Wishful thinking, Asdor. That's all. Wishful thinking.
Oh yeah, V-Bomb, welcome to the stream. The first game ended 2-1 for VISU Gaming in overtime. Savinainen scored.
Certainly a much different result this time around.
Yeah, I feel like, as we saw there, 4 goals in 4 shots. They gave up 2 breakaways, but at the same time, they haven't really created a lot of chances offensively either in VISU Gaming.
Massive hit there.
Sud, 2-1 in overtime for VISU Gaming in game 1. Goals in the first game was scored by Naiku. They had the lead in RCTIC first, and then Niskalautas made it 1-1, and then in overtime it was Savinainen who scored from the point. 10 minutes left to play. They're about to kill the penalty here. They're back to full strength.
One thing we can say for sure is RCTIC has a great penalty kill. Either that or VISU doesn't have a very good power play.
I think it's a combination of both. I feel like one of the power plays that they had, they created some decent chances, but overall they have been able to, or like RCTIC have been able to shut down VISU Gaming pretty well.
We went from no penalties in game 1 to, geez, what is this, the 5th penalty in this game?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, 5th, according to my my awful handwriting. Luckily, I'm better at talking than writing. Oh, toe drag attempt there for Naiku. We have only less than 8 minutes left to play. Danica up to Sage is all alone. Good speed. He's trying something really difficult there. Escalatos, and then we have another penalty. The discipline here in game 2 is not close to the discipline in game number 1, for sure, to say the least.
No, and you'd think that it would be all coming from VISU with a little bit of frustration being down 4-0, but it's not. RCTIC going to the box again here.
2-1 for VISU Gaming Pickard. If you ask about the score, that's I'm not sure. I don't understand Finnish well enough, but yeah, I guess right. We are still playing 4-on-4 here. Okay, by Pedersen, and then it goes in 5-hole, and we have 5-0, and it's Limbe that scores.
Yeah, that's another one of those unlucky breaks for Pedersen there as a rebound pops out, and the secondary chance is afforded.
That is Hackis, definitely. Hackis is a Finnish slang word for goal, basically means puck in the net. Like someone wrote in the chat. And here we see a shot here, and then the rebound, a backhander from Limba to make it 5-0. And here we have that other one. Like, yeah, that one was really unlucky. I mean, yeah, he just had to, like, he wanted to pass it out. Maybe it wasn't the smart decision to pass it out there, but he got unlucky as well. Like, it bounced off the skate, and then it went into net without the shooting animation.
Yeah, Pedersen certainly has not had luck on his side in this game so far here, as there's only 6 minutes remaining now in the third period of play.
And see here, save for Pedersen there. VISU are on the power play here. Savinainen with a snipe to make it 5-1.
What a beautiful shot, just finds his way through the center to the hash marks and rips that one home.
And that's his second goal of the evening for Savinainen.
Nonetheless, a little too late.
Yeah, it's gonna be, I mean, 4 goals in what is left, 5 minutes. It won't most likely happen, but I mean, I feel like
anything is possible.
Yeah, anything is possible. I'm not gonna jinx anything here, but they have to hurry here if they're gonna make possibly the best comeback ever.
Yeah, any time without possession here, and you pretty much, you can see the writing on the wall. But VISU with a chance here.
Olle, the first game ended 2-1 for VISU Gaming in overtime. Now we're watching the second game here in ECL Pro Group number 1. Escalatos to Sage. Danica. Shot hits the post! Close of making it 5-2.
You have to give them credit. They're trying to get something going here, even if it is a little too late.
And now they're playing 6-on-5 to get another goal. Love to see it, but they're trying at least. Good save there by Jussi. Now Limbe has the wide open. Good poke. And we don't have offside call. Less than a minute left to play. Still wide open net, and Naiku makes it 6-1. Naiku on fire here. Not like that was his hardest goal to score.
No, certainly does not match up to his jump goal, but still it's a goal nonetheless as he leads his team in points.
Yeah, and it was
and
his
goals.
It was his first goal in this, not first, fourth, I meant, in this goal, in this game. I don't even know why I messed up earlier. I thought for some reason that he didn't score a hat-trick earlier, but now you got it. I got it right because he scored another one. And potential breakaway here, and he's trying to go for the Datsuk flip there. Limbe almost on the breakaway. With 41 seconds left to play, 6-1 for RCTIC. Getting a big win here.
Certainly not the score I think most of us would have predicted after game one being so tightly contested.
And we have another penalty. It feels like this game is not going to end.
Yeah, it seems like they want this one to just continue on for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, penalty after penalty. 3 days in the cage. 3 dagar i buren for Assistin.
I think RCTIC just likes to see that score at the bottom, so they're trying to keep this game going as long as possible.
Yeah, exactly. They want to see that they're up. Ooh. Good patience there from Muki Maestri. You saw that UC moved over and the net was very open on the far side, but he can't score that one. Yeah, 33 seconds left to play. Bit unlucky there for Niskalautas. Niskalautas that scored 2 out of 3 goals for VISU tonight. Not super often that you see a defenseman scoring the majority of the goals in the same evening for one team.
Not at all, and that would give him 8 goals so far this season.
Niskalautas trying to go for the rebound shot on the far side, doesn't go. Limbe, great speed, and this time he's not going for the flying poke check, and it doesn't matter what he's doing, the puck is still going in, and we have another guy that scores a hat-trick, and this time it's Limbe that scored his third of the game.
And yet again, another quasi breakaway there. You can't be giving up that many breakaways in a game.
If we have any mods in the chat, feel free to update the series or the results commands. That would be awesome, because now when I'm doing commentary, I can't do it in the chat. The first game ended 2-1 for VISU Gaming in overtime, Kempiainen.
Esdor's a man of many talents, but you can't expect him to do it all, folks. Come on.
Thank you. And 7-1 here. 8 goals in this game, and 2 very, very different games here, Timo.
No kidding. I'm actually very curious to see how many shots there ended up being in this game, because there was a point in this game where there was only 4 shots total, and then we ended up seeing 8 goals total.
And we saw 2 players that scored along. Actually, I didn't even think of it now, but they scored 7 goals in RCTIC, but it was only 2 goal scorers.
Yeah, that's a good point. Not distributing a lot, but they didn't have to.
It was 4 goals from Naiku and 3 goals from Limbe. And that's a massive win here in game number 2. And we can also see that RCTIC, they are getting 3 out of 4 points here. Welcome to the stream, Unulle, and we can see here we have the stats. 11 shots and 7 goals for RCTIC.
That's going to hurt the save percentage.
Yeah, it's gonna do indeed. And we have to, let's see if we can see that goal. This is the last goal, I believe. Yeah, he's felt like he had enough there.
Beautiful pass, though.
Yeah, true. But they can't keep on giving up the breakaways right, like they did.
What did we see? We saw 4 breakaway goals in this game?
Yeah, it's something like that, and there we see that snipe from Sabanine. But if we're gonna talk about something this game, we have to talk about the jump tee goal here from Naiku here.
Yeah, Naiku with just a beautiful jump deep goal. Like we said earlier, it's not something that you get to see happen often, but he does get it done, and we did get a clip of it.
And we have another series left to see later tonight or after this, but we're going to take a longer break soon. But first, we have to shout out our sponsors. Thank you to Xpil, Wilhelm, Koivulan Lakritsi, and ST Hockey. We will be back soon with the WannaCry and Reality Check, another matchup in ECL Pro, but in group number 2 instead of group number 1.
All right, let's take a look at some of the latest results from around the ECL Pro. We have Gifu Hockey going up against Hotbox, and Gifu's going to come out on top of that one, 2-1. Hotbox losing the second game as well, but a closer contested matchup, 3-2 overtime loss for Hotbox there. No Rex Gaming up against Renascore, and No Rex coming out on top of that one with a shutout, 2-0. We have the Eagles going up against Fiasco, and Eagles coming out on top, 4-3. Fiasco losing the second game as well, not getting any offense going in that one, losing that one in a 4-0 shutout. Renascore up against the Lakers in the next game, and that was a big 6-1 win for Renascore. The Lakers dropping their next game as well to Renascore, 4-9. That's not a game that you want to lose like that. Up next, we had Geeks Energy Esports versus Hawaii Hockey, and 3-0 win for Geeks there, coming out with the shutout. And then Gifu versus Geeks. And that's a 1-2 overtime loss for Gifu Hockey. And then Hawaii Hockey versus Geeks, a 3-2 overtime win for Hawaii there. And that's what we have for our latest results across the ECL Pro.
And now we're taking a break for approximately 10 minutes before we're going to watch Wanna Cry and Reality Check. Don't go anywhere.